I like scratched my eye. It's killing me.
Oh,
Ugh.
I hate that. I hate
Now I'm
that.
like, I thought for a long time I had an eyelash in my eye, but no, I think I ended up scratching it.
Yep,
Okay.
probably.
I think we're getting to be live. All right. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Howdy
We
ho.
live stream. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our last June episode. I'm so excited you're here with us with Julie and Marissa and Coaches with Coffee, although I already drank my coffee. I did want to point out my delicious water in my Paris-Roubaix mug. It's not a mug, I guess. It's a cup. So when you go to Paris-Roubaix and you buy beer, they come in these cute little mugs or cups. And Paris-Roubaix Femme. Very exciting. Anyways, that's my office cup. But I wanted to talk about recovery do's and don'ts today. Y'all, we have so many that we see as coaches day after day about good recovery and not so good recovery. So, Julie, I want you to set us off. What is one don't to not do on your recovery day?
Well, first of all, I am broadcasting from somewhere deep within the flat plains of Illinois. I have no idea where we are. We're pulled over on the edge of the road, and it's super duper smoky here. And I just see someone outside riding a bike, and I feel like saying, no, don't do it.
Please don't ride your bike and smoke.
No, it's really bad here. Anyway, so the question was, what is something we don't want to do on a recovery day? That was the question, right? And so defining, like if we wanted to ride our bike on a recovery day, it's not doing something like, well, you normally ride 100 miles on your long ride on Saturday. So on Monday, I'm just going to do a 50 miler. You know, it's half the distance. That's not proper recovery. Your body is still being stressed by that 50-mile ride, and you're not getting the recovery you need from that long ride you did on the weekend. So that would be something not to do on a recovery day.
I always giggle when I see people's Strava titles of, oh, recovery day ride. And it's like 80 miles and 7,000 feet of climbing. I'm like, that word recovery, I don't think it means what you think it means.
Yeah, exactly.
So y'all don't be out here doing 80-mile recovery rides. Awesome. Hey, and if you're tuning in live, just drop a little emoji below so we can give you a shout out. Super happy to have y'all here. Thank you, Julie. So what's one thing you do want to do? What's your favorite recovery activity?
I mean, think about why we take recovery days. We take recovery days because it's the secret sauce to getting stronger, right? You put in all the hard work, you stress your body, and now you take the time off and allow your body to start recovering, to build itself up from that hard workout.
The
So one of my,
adaptation. Yeah,
the adaptations. So one of my favorite things is taking naps. Naps are awesome. So I love napping. That's definitely one of the things I love to do. But the thing that I find the best recovery tool for me is walking. I love to walk. I love the weight-bearing nature of walking. I love walking in the woods for just how calm and wonderful it is and makes you feel. So walking is a great recovery. Great recovery.
And there's actually like scientific information backing that up. Specifically, if you've ever heard of forest bathing, y'all, like in Japan, they'll actually write you prescriptions to go for a walk in nature to help you lower your stress hormones just by the act of walking in nature. It doesn't need to be hard. In fact, it shouldn't be. And looking at the greenery and looking at the sky can trigger these basically stress reducing hormones in your brain. So
let me
go for
ask
a
you,
walk.
Marissa, so we talked about recovery rides on recovery days. What would be an appropriate recovery ride on a recovery day?
So I try to put a hard stop at an hour, right? So an hour of easy riding is okay if you must ride, and keep your heart rate at or below zone 1. So you could think about it as you're taking your bike to a walk to a coffee shop and then riding home.
Yeah.
So if you think like you're going to join a group ride for an easy ride, but you know yourself and you're not going to go easy, then just don't go on that group ride.
Mm-hmm.
But it's important to not skip your recovery days. So does that make sense? Does that help?
I think so. I mean, especially because when you think of what's happening to your body on those recovery days, why would you want to skip that? right? Why would you want to continue to just keep pushing, pushing, pushing and not have the benefit of recovering and keeping all of that hard work you've just put in?
Yeah.
If you keep
Yeah. I
doing
think of
it,
it.
you're just going to get overstressed. Your body's going to get stressed and strained, and you could get sick, or you could
Mhm,
get injured, or you're
mhm.
just going to be tired and slow.
Yep.
Yep.
Tired and slow. You just stop and
Tired and
prove.
slow. Yep.
I love it, Julie. That's so smart. So I always often come back to this sponge theory too, of like, so you put in all this hard work, you've got a really wet sponge that's representing all the hard work you did over the weekend. And then Monday comes and you're like, oh, but my friends are riding. I want to go on that ride. Um, but really, you need to be sitting that sponge out and absorbing all of that fitness, right?
Yeah.
So not wringing it out so you can get it wet again, right? So we want to absorb all that fitness and let that sponge kind of dry, let it soak in, and then you can go out and ride again with your friends. But it's really important to stick to those recovery. And the thing is, the body likes a routine. Your body likes a routine.
Most
So
definitely.
if you're constantly confusing it, you're never really going to get that reaction or that adaptation.
Adaptation.
Quick
That's great.
quick shout out to Claudine. Hey, Claudine,
Hey,
welcome.
Claudine.
Yay. So I love it. Another don't, this time from me.
Yeah.
Don't skip. Don't skip that recovery day. So I just talked about what it is, right? Taking, like, if you're going to ride, take that hour and just put that guardrail right there. And on the other hand, like, don't get goaded into, oh, it's just one more day. Another one I hear a lot is, oh, but I went to the gym, but I did a class, but it was an easy class. But I'm here to say, y'all, that's not recovery, right? That's not allowing your body you're still pumping iron, right? Or you're still doing a little bit of push-ups and lunges, right? Those are not recovery activities. Burpees, not recovery activities. A recovery at a gym, I would be like, okay, if you did a stretch or a yoga, but not a power yoga, more of a restful style yoga. So if you're not sure, you could really use your heart rate as an example of, is it going up and above heart rate zone 1? Not recovery. And am I lifting a weight or doing a body weight activity? Also not recovery. So that's really important to distinguish. Okay. So gentle yoga, awesome. I love it, but don't skip those recovery days because they are in there for your body to adapt to the challenges. The thing is, most of us go too easy when we're supposed to go hard. So I want you to go hard on a Saturday, go hard on an interval session, and then you skip that recovery day. Well, then Tuesday you're supposed to go hard again, and you can't because you're tired and your body's like waving the red flag. So, and then you go too hard on an easy day, right? So I want you to really focus on the polarization. Go hard when it's hard and go super easy when it's easy.
Yeah.
They have their specific reasons, right? Their need. You're going hard to stimulate a change, and you're going easy to adapt to that change. So don't skip it. Do some breath work. Do the very basics because they work. So I love a yoga nidra, which incorporates some breath work. And my favorite kind of yoga where you're just laying there in savasana and not doing anything. All right. It's kind of a mental exercise where you're focusing on relaxation and rest. I love it. It's free on YouTube if you want to dial one up. Yoga Nidra, I'll leave a link in the chat below. But when I don't know what to do, I just pull one of those out and instantly feel so much more relaxed. And remember, the goal of recovery is to decrease your stress hormones, relaxing. So other things that I like to do are gentle yoga and stretching. So you can combine the two. Breath work and gentle yoga go together. You could do 15 minutes of a gentle yoga and follow it up with 10 minutes of just focusing on your breath at the end. And that's really it. It is that simple. It doesn't need to be hours in a gym. So that's going to wrap it up for me. That's my favorite recovery day activity. In addition to what Julie already said, which is walking. I love walking. So I'll say, like, the pandemic really turned me on to walking. I really wasn't a walker before the pandemic, which is weird. But I think I just didn't take the time because I was busy commuting and probably walking to and from a job in the city. So yeah, I want to wrap it up. Julie, any other thoughts on this whole month of recovery we've been talking about?
I just want to thank everyone for joining us because recovery is so important, and for you to take the time to learn about it is huge, is very huge, and we appreciate your time.
Yeah. And I always like to say, like, most people don't know how to recover because we're taught from a young age, like being a productive bee is a good thing, right? A busy bee is a good bee. And we know how to go hard all the time. So one thing we're uncomfortable with for most of us, and especially women, is backing off and taking time for ourselves.
Yep.
And if you are still struggling with this, I want you to apply and become a coaching client of ours, right? Work with us and learn how your recovery is going to make you a better cyclist, to get stronger because you're adapting to the challenges, right? You're going to get faster because you're going to get stronger. And so if that sounds like something that you really want to be part of, go ahead and apply to work with us. We're right now enrolling for July. So
yes.
July, August, September sets you up perfect for a September century. And there are a ton of September centuries out there. Gravel rides as well as mountain bike fun. So
cyclocross is right around the corner. I've already seen cyclocross races being advertised on Facebook. I'm like, whoa, already? It's already here again?
Yeah. But I know most of y'all out there are just still like fuzzy. I'm like, when do I recover? When do I train? I don't understand. Y'all, that's why we're here. That's what we do. We step you through it piece by piece. So if you're still kind of fuzzy on it, sign up. Let's get you going. Yeah. I did want to point out too, in next month, so July, we'll be talking about overcoming your roadblocks. And for success, right? Whether that's hitting your first century or riding your next century faster. But what roadblocks are you needing to overcome to get there? So if you got questions about recovery or anything else we've just talked about, drop them in the comments below. If you're watching this later, drop a little hashtag team replay. And then for next month, like also suggest some ideas. If you have questions about roadblocks or like what's stopping you from getting to that next level, drop it below so we can address it for you. Julie, any other last thoughts before we wrap it up?
No, I think we've had a good session today. Hopefully people have learned what recovery looks like and the various forms of recovery, and that they find something that sounded good that they can incorporate into their recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll give one final plug for me. If you're not watching already, I'm going live on my own page, and it also posts in here. So except for on Wednesdays, because we're doing Coaches with Coffee. And but tune in 11 o'clock-ish on Monday through Friday, and you can get some more information about coaching, about how we do what we do, why we do what we do, and I'm just going through all of it. So, and of course, if you have questions specific to cycling, to training, to recovery, to fueling, like, let me know, because we want to be able to support you and where you want to go, right? So we're here to, if you're telling me like you need help with fueling, like let's find a way to help you get to your fueling like destination, right?
Absolutely.
So and yeah, I'm excited. I have a few things on tap coming up. One has to do with fueling, so keep your eyes out. And next week I'm going to be in LA racing my bike. So I'm a little terrified. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'm really excited though. I'll be bringing you some content from LA, the Velodrome. And if you're in LA, want to come watch some bike racing, Nationals is happening next weekend. So, or next week, sorry, starting the day after the 4th. So the 5th.
Very cool.
I know.
I'll be in British Columbia somewhere. I'm not quite sure yet, but there's amazing mountain biking and I'm excited. Can't wait.
Yeah. So y'all, we're not just out here like reading books and telling you what to do. Like we're also out here cycling along with you. So join us next week. And Julie, are you gonna host this on your own? What do you think?
I'm hoping I'll be someplace with internet. British Columbia is pretty good that way. But if any of you guys have something that you would like to talk about, let me know. Hit me up with it. And we will cater the conversation to what it is you're curious about.
Cool.
If not, you're stuck with whatever I decide to talk about. Yeah. So give me something to talk about.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in to our weekly show, and I will catch you all tomorrow on my Facebook page.
And, all right. And lots of luck next week, Marissa.
Thank you.
You'll do fine. You'll do fine. Bye, guys.
All right. Good. Bye.
Bye.